Alright, this is a video showing how I make the freeze-dried Jaboticaba. You pick your Jaboticabas off of the tree. These are red Jaboticabas. Wash them in a colander, something like this. Wash them real good. And pick out anything that's oxidized. Like this fruit is a bad fruit. You don't, well, it still could have been used, but it's starting to oxidize. I pick out anything like that. This one's probably still good. Let's nick it to see. I know it's good, but it's soft. It's questionable. Some of them start to oxidize. Oh, that was a bad one. You want to get that out of there. Even though 1 or 2 is not bad, you want to get as many of them out as you can, and they're going to be really soft. So I got a couple that have oxidized. Let's see if this one's oxidized. Yeah, that was another red one there. Okay, you take this, I get a masher, something like this. So most of these are good. Really beautiful, grade A fruit. I do see a couple that could be pulled out. These little tiny guys are not gonna do anything good. And I have this underneath. It's a vessel to catch the fruit. Make sure that's good and dry it out and clean and all that good stuff. Got the bag stuck to the bottom here, sorry guys. And then you put this in there. You take this and you do like a circular motion. Just like bubble wrap. I might be able to set the phone over here. Let's see if I can do that for a second. You can pull out anything that you see as red at this point too. If you see some red, you can try to get it, but a little bit of red ain't gonna hurt. Gives it that pretty color. But as long as about 99% of it is a beautiful whitish coloration like you're seeing there, them seeds popping out white, that's good. That's a virgin Jaboticaba juice we're pressing out there. Oh yeah, listen to that pop, like that, pop, 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 pop. And just keep mushing it like that. And you don't want to bust up the skins or the seeds, but that's hard to do. And just keep mushing, 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 mushing. Make sure everything pops. You gotta at least pop them. Pop, pop. Give them corners, man. Work them corners. Corners, edges. Push, push, push. Alright. Let's see what products come through. Nice pink color. Now, if you have no oxidized fruits at all, it'll be a little bit whiter. But I'll take a few oxidized fruits. Like I said, it doesn't hurt the flavor, and it gives it that pink color. Ooh, wow. Yeah, we got about 3 or 4 oxidized fruits out of the whole bunch, which are just gone to wine a little bit. We're still gonna mush this out and keep popping and stirring. There's definitely a lot of juice in here still. And I like to gather it all into a pile, so to speak, and then mush down like that. So we're getting about to the point where I give up. And you could probably get a little more juice out of it, but I don't like to beat it up too much and get too much of the skin in it. The skin is where the medicinal qualities and the tannins are. And for the flavor of this, I don't like to mush it up too much and beat the skins up too much. It's like you don't want to chew the skins too much, you understand? So that's about all I'm going. And then that's what you're left with. And you should have some high quality bags to pour it in, but I've only got these shitty little ones. Let's see how this works out. This is gonna be a nightmare. This is when I lose $30 worth of juice, just like that. No, it's working out. All right, I don't wanna pour too much at once in each bag because these are small, shitty little bags. There we go. I got some frozen there. Now I gotta put that in the freezer to freeze, and I'm gonna freeze that up. I've got some that's already frozen that I can show you. I'm gonna have to clean this countertop and get this poured. Oh, this is so precise, only a doctor could do it. Get the air out. Don't pop the holes in the bag, because that right there is $20, $30 probably right there. And so I'm gonna cut the video now and put this in the freezer and make sure it lays kind of nice where I can cut it into sections. Okay, now that I've got the juice out of the fruit, this is what you have. You have these bags right here, and this is the most I've ever had. Shoot, I don't know how many pounds this is, but this is a lot, and I've collected it over the past month or so. But I'd imagine it's like 20 pounds. You can see this one's real virgin, no pinkish. And then these ones, nice bag, man, it's a lot. I gotta cut all this up into bite-sized pieces and then put it in the freeze dryer. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna take one of these big blocks and chop it up and get that process going. So we're on to the next part. All right, here we are here at the next phase. We have our frozen pulp. We got a cutting board, parchment paper, harvest rate tray lined with parchment paper. I'm gonna set the phone over here and then show you how I try to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Let's start with this one. Take it out of the bag. The bag's gonna be sacrificed, unfortunately. So I'm taking that out. This stuff is really delicious at this point. It'd be like an icy, you know, like a perfect Italian icy. But I'm trying to save as much of this as I can to put in the freeze dryer. Make sure there's no like bits of plastic stuck on there. That's a perfect bite-sized chunk. I'm putting that on the tray. That goes over there. Set this down and then try to, oh shoot, hold on to it. Careful for your fingers. All right. And this stuff comes out looking like pig fat. Or like tuna fillets, you know? So I gotta hurry up and work fast. This has gotta go right back into the freezer. And you know, you can't have the pieces be too large. They gotta be kind of about that size. I'm trying to not let it break up into a million pieces. I need to get it right back into the freezer. I'm gonna have a couple pieces that are big and chunky. I like them big, chunky pieces. Gotta work fast, work fast. It's like ice sculpting. Tastes a lot better though. Bless you. Watch your fingers. I'm gonna leave these pieces kind of big. Okay, I'm arranging those on the tray. I got enough to do another bag. Another bag. This is the one I actually juiced in the video. A lot of the other stuff was pre-juiced and frozen, but this is the one I actually juiced in the video. Okay, I'll be very careful and cut slowly. I'm really tempted to taste some of it. It looks really pretty. Probably not a bad idea to taste a little bit. This one's got more of a pinkish color, and all it takes is 1 or 2 oxidized fruits. I don't think it affects the flavor too much, but it makes it look really pretty when a couple of them pinkies get in there, you know what I mean? I'm working fast. It's not thawed out yet, but I better work a little fast. I'm gonna go ahead and stop now and put this in the and show you what it looks like before it goes into the freeze dryer. You know, that's what it looks like before it goes into the freeze dryer, almost like watermelon. All right, I'm gonna stop the video and continue this process and show you the next phase of loading it into the Harvest Right freeze dryer. Thank you. I'll see you real soon. Okay, so the Harvest Right freeze dryer has been pre-freezing for about 20 or 30 minutes, I think, and it's down to the last 15 seconds here, and an alarm goes off. You got to make sure the valve is closed. You open the door, you take out this little pillow thing that helps with frost and shit, and then you add the items. All right, pre-freeze complete. Add frozen product to trays and select start to proceed. So I quickly open that up, take out this pouch. All right, and then gently add this stuff here. Sorry, gonna add that. And just like that one. I don't know why I latched it. That's gonna be hard to undo, but I did it. 2. There's the last one coming up. You can load more trays, but I'm only loading a few, like I said, to just make sure these batches come out beautiful. Beautiful. I've got enough to load this whole thing up. Don't forget to put your pillow back in. Make sure that's all the way in there. And then you shut this, and then you click start. The drain valve is closed. I'll double check that. Yeah, we're good. All right, now it freezes a little more and the pump kicks on. You make sure this thing's sealed up, and we're gonna come back again and see how long it takes to do this. I think it's somewhere around like 9 or 10 o'clock on October 28th right now. We'll see how many days it takes. It usually takes about 50 hours, 60 hours for a full load, but I think for a load this size, it may only take 30 to 40 hours. We'll see, and we'll be back in a while. It'll be days, well, hours before we get back. All right, it's now October 30th at about 9 p.m. I put some extra time on it, but I believe it's done. Let's go ahead and check on it right now. So you hit cancel, and now we're gonna, you can undo that, and then I gotta, hold on a second, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Open drain valve. I'll do that, and then I can open it. I open the drain valve. Now we're waiting for this space age technology. Let's see if this stuff is done. If it is, I'm gonna stop the video and then pull out the trays, because I gotta do that fast. I'll pull them out and I'll put them up there, but let me show you the final product really quick, if I can, if I may. Hopefully everything's looking good. And yes, it looks really good. And it's done. So I'm gonna go put that in jars. I gotta be fast. I'll be back. The final step is taking the freeze-dried fruit. Sorry, I'm whispering. Clark's sleeping, but the freeze-dried fruit right here, put it in jars. And you put it in the jars. I gotta move fast. I got my little digital scale. Tear it out. Get that teared to 0. This is the final step here. It's crunchy, it's crispy, it's delicious. I make them weigh 15 grams. But I'm gonna take a break here, and we may end the video here, but that's the final step. It's delicious. Let's crunch on a piece. Final product. Quite a few jars, and I still have more to make, so those are 15-gram jars. Some are 30 gram, 20 grams. Gotta keep that 20 grams separate. And now I gotta vacuum seal it with this thing, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I'll be able to film this or not. it's sealed or not because the lid doesn't pop off. It's sealed. Amen. Oxygen absorber. These things should be good for 25 years, they say, but I wouldn't test it. Get them eaten. All right, that's gonna conclude this video on how to make freeze-dried Jaboticaba pulp the way that I like to make it. It's delicious.